There's no way he would have done that. You know, he's not trying to, because I know him and he wouldn't put me at risk.
Always use a gas safe registered engineer when you're going to adapt a flue on a gas boiler. Thank you to Martin Cherry from Shropshire Gas for sending that video in. If you've got any videos like this, please send them in on WhatsApp. I will have my details below. And with that flue, obviously that's a shocking adaptation of a flue. Very, very unsafe. And just shows the importance of using a gas safe registered engineer. Please do not allow builders to mess about and adapt boiler flues. It's just not safe at all. And obviously that customer thought they were in safe hands with the builder. So make sure you have gas appliances checked by the correct and people that know what they're doing. And I've just got another one for you, another one to show you now as well. And this is a roofer. They've had a new roof done and the roofer has just pulled the flue out. So that's another dangerous flue there for you. Products of combustion on that one, going straight up into the loft. Very, very dangerous. Please, if you could, put some comments below. Let me know what you think to these flues. Like if you could, I really appreciate that. Also subscribe. Only about 15% of my views come from subscribers. So if you watch these videos, please subscribe. It really helps with the videos. What I've got now, I've also got a video from Elliott from E-Fry Gas Services, and he's going to show us why it's important that when we do a boiler service, we make sure that we check the flue and check all the flue and check it correctly. So what I'll do now, I'll pass you over to Elliott and we'll have a look at these videos that he's done for us.
I looked with my camera and a little bit in my head and found that there, which is great. Now I don't know about the rest of you, but I don't often see worn out bits of flue adapters. They generally don't wear out, so this one's been dropped when they fitted it, and this boiler is approximately 10 years old and been left like this. I actually analysed it, actually passed everything, but I think there must be a gap. I can barely get my phone in. A gap down there. It's focused a bit better now. So obviously the supply air down there is mixing with the room air, and also if you had any leaks inside the boiler, it would leak fumes out. But just another reason to, you know, we've got phones now to be able to do things like this, but another reason to try and get your head up and get things done. And my job is to somehow get in that tiny gap in my great big fat ass and change that turret and see what I can do. Ciao. Right, so luckily for me, they actually hadn't drilled the flue or made good around it inside or out, so getting it out was an absolute doddle, but there we go. That is it. Completely, it's definitely been dropped. These things don't just break and wear away. Yeah, definitely been dropped, then installed or thrown in, as I prefer to say. But so yeah, massive gap around the back that I couldn't quite see clearly from in there, but and left like that. Yeah, so just, you know, sometimes you just reach up and you go by feel when you're doing the analysing, and you just take off your flue sampling plugs. But get your phone up. If you can't get your head up, get your phone up. Definitely worth it on this occasion. You know, these people haven't died. You know, it's only on the air side, but if they did have a leak and did start mixing, yes, it's in the bathroom, but definitely worth just going checking that extra little bit out, making sure it's all okay. But just word to the wise. See ya, bye.
And this is just for the trainees really, but just to explain what's happening there. So that's the flue. That's the flue on top of your boiler. And what you'll normally do when you're going to do your flue gas analysis, you'll take out the middle part there, this one, and that will test in there. That will test the flue gases with your analyzer. And then the outside one there, that one tests the air, and that's the air that's coming into the boiler. So I'll just show you that now. So when we pull this flue apart, it's got another flue on the inside. This part of the flue is where the flue gases come out of, and this part of the flue is the air intake. So on that first video where this flues together like that, and then it's got the drainage pipe on there, all that's going to do, this is just sort of like going to mix in here, and it's going to be, the boiler's going to be sucking back in the air, the flue gases that's already burnt, which then would accelerate the build-up of carbon monoxide, which makes it very, very dangerous. So as I say there, that's your flue. This is your outer flue, your air. So if you notice on a boiler flue, you'll see this part of the flue, the black part of the flue normally, it'll stick out a little bit further, and it needs a certain distance between the flue gases going out and the air coming in, and that's so it doesn't mix, because you wouldn't want the flue gases to go back into the boiler. So that's how that works. And obviously, if this is split on here, on this bit, and it's allowing air from the room to go into the boiler then, but also if this seal on the top of the boiler was damaged, this one, or if any of the other seals are damaged in the flue extensions, etc., then you could actually have some carbon monoxide coming back into the room. So it's really important that we check these flues and go up in loft and check up in loft, etc., and just make sure that the customer is safe and you've covered yourself. Also, another thing to check, and what I do now, obviously I'm getting old now, and I'm just paranoid, but I always take a picture of these ports. So once I've finished and I'm about to leave the house, I'll take a picture, and then I know later on in the day, if I start worrying or not like that, I can just have a look, and I know that I've put them back in. So it's just something to be aware of, really. What I'll do now, I'll pass you back to Elliott. Elliott's got a Viessmann Vitodens 100 that he's been out to, and he's going to show us a little bit of, I'll pass you over to Elliott and you can see.
Happy Saturday, gas chatters and Alan Hart love team. Viessmann, sister of some good friends of a Sparky, came out to their boiler. They've had a repair done it already, a new plate heat exchanger, so they weren't getting hot water. So I've come out today to have a look, and since they had the last plate heat exchanger, they've had a Magna Clean fitted. Excusing the fact this is ropey as hell install. Tis what tis. So I'm yet to do my AD Pro Check water sample, but I think we know what we're going to get. This one's really crusty when I crush it. And on the new plate heat exchanger that's, I believe, 12 months old, there it is. You can see in there, we are clogged. So the point of this video is, guys, yes, you may have a plate heat exchanger issue and blockage, but what's the point in throwing one in, a brand spanking in for the customer, if you're not going to clean the system first? Yes, putting that on's great, but that's only going to be able to catch so much, and the dirt's already in the system. Unless you've cleaned it on Viessmann's and other boilers, unless you've replaced or taken this pipe up, cracked it out and given it a good clean, you're just basically condemning a brand new plate heat exchanger to doom straight away. So when you do find these sort of things, just recommend a flush. Obviously not the customers are going to do it, but these customers would have happily done it had they been given the option. Instead, I'm here on a Saturday lunchtime trying to get them back up and running. So yeah, just word to the wise really. Just use a little bit of common sense if you've got any. And if you do it, at least bang a filter in and recommend a manual flush, a power flush, whatever your preferred method is, and just try and keep people happy. Otherwise, you know, they come back to you, they're not happy. They're not happy customers. They don't like what you've done. The fact it's worked for 12 months and it's exactly the same issue. Word to the wise. Ciao.
Thank you for that, Elliott. If anybody else has got any videos, please send them in. I'm just going to show you just a very short video now of when things go wrong. And this has been sent in from an unknown subscriber, shall we say. But I'll show you this little video now. And that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Please, as always, like, comment, share, ring the bell, all that good stuff if you can. Thanks very much. Right, turn it off.